Welcome, everyone. I am John Ryan. It is Tuesday, February the 15th, and I'm here for the NCAA Basketball show called The Daily Dime, powered by SportsMemo TV and the Predictive Playbook platform of shows. And as always on a Tuesday, I have my co-host Jesse Schule in the house. We're coming off a weekend of Super Bowl action, but now we're focused clearly on NCAA basketball and the NBA. We're only weeks away from the conference championships, and then, of course, March Madness and the NCAA tournament will begin in earnest. So it's a very good time to be talking college hoops here with my good friend and pal Jesse Schule, and we're going to get right to a game that he likes. And this game features the Utah State University taking on San Diego State in a Mountain West matchup set for a 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tip-off tonight. The over-under opened at 127.5 points. It's now 128. The opening line for this game has the home team, San Diego State, favored by 3.5, but has since risen to 5 points. I'm not sure if that's just public betting or, the big money trades, but I'm sure Jesse Schule can enlighten us on the whole matchup and where the best bet is for this game. Take it away, Jesse.
Well, John, I had my eyes on the Aztecs here when the line opened at 3.5, and the difference between this being a premium pick and a pick that I'm going to give out on a show is that line movement. But I'm comfortable taking them up to -5. If it goes anywhere past 5.5, I'd probably take a pass on that. But there's good reason why the money's coming in on the Aztecs. They are 12-1 at home. That one loss on their home court came against Boise State. Boise State's a little bit better than this Utah State Aggies team. The Aggies are coming off back-to-back losses to Nevada and Wyoming. The game against Wyoming was actually a pretty good game for Utah State, close game against the surprising conference-leading Cowboys. But the home loss to Nevada was a big warning sign. They were up at halftime, and they just got blown out in the second half against Nevada. Utah State sits in the bottom half of the conference standings. They failed to cover in 5 straight off a double-digit home loss. San Diego State's defense at home allowing just 54.7 points per game. The home team is 5-1 straight up in the last 6 head-to-head meetings between these two teams. The home team is covered in 4 straight, and the favorite is 13-6-1 against the spread in the last 20. There's a good reason why the money is coming in on San Diego State here.
Nevertheless, we're good to 5.5 with San Diego State. Now we're going to talk about a Big East matchup. And I bet you can tell one of the teams who it is, Jesse, based on my hat. It's Villanova on the road at Providence. Providence is one of the toughest places to play on the road in the Big East, if not the nation. It's just very difficult arena. It's a smaller one by today's standards. It gets very rowdy, very loud, very noisy, very passionate, and it's a very tough venue for even a team like Villanova to come away with a win. So I'm leaning towards the over in this matchup, and this line opened at 130.5. It's now 132.5. Similar to a potential steam move here like we just talked about. I'm good with this bet up to 135 and does grade as a 3% premium bet. So the Wildcats by themselves here are, and this is just information for the side, the Wildcats are 43-21-2 under Coach Wright, who's legendary to say the least, following an against the spread loss, and they did lose in their last game. They're 11-3 after a game in which they shot 85% from the free throw line. That's pretty impressive. And Coach Wright is 45-22 with 1 push off a home win that they did not cover. So they were a favorite. They won the game, but they didn't cover the spread. So that bodes well for Villanova if you like Villanova. But for my predictive models, Jesse, the over here is the play. So Villanova is projected to allow more than 67 points in this matchup. So that doesn't sound like a good thing, but it is for the over because they are 5-0 over this season, 17-7 over the last 3 seasons, and they are 112-57 over for 67% over Coach Wright's entire career at Villanova. When Providence allows 67 or more points in a game, they are 4-2 I'm sorry, they are 6-0 this season and 18-4 to the over the last 3 seasons. So I won't belabor the point here with additional analytics. It's the over play for me here, and it's a 3-unit graded play. Let's move on to Jesse's third and final play here, and this is a good one here in the American Athletic Conference. We have the Memphis team going up against the Cincinnati Bearcats. The Cincinnati Bearcats are the host. They find themselves as a 3-point home underdog right now, and they opened there as well. The total has not budged after opening at 142.5 points. Cincinnati is 16-8 on the season straight up. They're 11-3 straight up at home. Based on the number, which is what we're concerned with, 8-12 with 3 pushes against the number for the season. They are 5-6-2 against the spread at home. Memphis comes into this matchup 14-8 on the season. They are 3-5 straight up in road games. Against the spread, they're 9-12-1 push for the season. They are 2-6 against the number in road games. Take it away, Jesse, and tell us where you see the opportunity to make some money.
Well, the Bearcats are coming off a loss on the road at the last place team in the American, Tulsa. They are just 6-5 in the American this year, which is not what you'd expect from them. Normally a powerhouse in this conference. But still tough at home, 11-3. They're allowing just 61.6 points per game at home. Memphis, on the other hand, they are just 3-5 on the road. I think you mentioned 2-6 against the spread in their last 8 road games. The Tigers are 4-10-1 against the spread in their last 15 as a favorite. I think this could be a letdown spot for the Tigers, and I don't think they have any business coming into Cincinnati as a road favorite, despite the fact that the Tigers are having a bit better season than the Bearcats. They are coming off a 69-59 win at Houston, the top team in the conference, which sets them up for a potential letdown here on the road at Cincinnati. I'm going to take the Bearcats plus the points.
Yeah, I like that too, Jesse. I like the letdown factor you just mentioned. That's big. So there you have it, folks. That's our 3 picks for the Daily Dime for Tuesday in quick-hitting fashion. About 8 minutes is all to give you the best information that we have available. And make sure you get over to SportsMemo.com and take advantage of the discounted subscriptions that Jesse and I have available that SportsMemo does for us. Because getting a subscription, it sometimes comes out to less than $2 a day instead of paying a daily or a 3-day or 7-day. So take advantage of that as we get into March Madness. We've both been very good for many, many years doing this, and there's nothing better than having us working for you, and you can start doing that tonight. So, Jesse, our picks are San Diego State up to -5.5. We have the over in the Villanova game, and we're taking the Cincinnati Bearcats in a home upset potential over Memphis. So thanks, everybody, for watching the Daily Dime Show, and we'll be back again tomorrow with another Daily Dime Show. So until then, always remember, bet with your head, never over it, and may all the wins be yours.